Very good morning to all my dear students present here. So we are here for a very, very special session today. Of course, we have a talk, but the talk is not by somebody who is, an eminent faculty from a renowned or, international university, but yes, he is one among us. And of course, very, very special. He is a perfect example of hard work, perseverance, and dedication being paid. He will guide you and let you know how important hard work, perseverance, and dedication is. He is just one amongst you, right? He is no other than our very own student, Ritwik Ranjan Pandey, who has been selected by Microsoft for a package of 22 lakhs. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear students, may I have the honors to introduce Ritwik Pandey.
Thank you, ma'am. Hey, guys, welcome. So, today we are having this session where I would like to introduce you to the SMIT experience, and I would like to share some of my own experience. And also, in the journey, I'll let you know some tips and some tricks that you might need in the coming year or two. But the main focus of mine would be to let you know what it is to be a student at SMIT. So, first of all, let me just welcome you guys to the SMIT family. It's an honor to have you guys on board. And I know the last 1 year or so has been pretty tough on all of us. And for someone like me who is currently in his fourth year, it has been a much different journey than what you guys would have. So for me, I think the next page, there's a meme which is very much true for it. So you can see, you know this meme very well. This is what happened to us. We were in the second year. For us, we thought it would be a week or two of holidays, but unfortunately, this is what caused it to delay. And now I'm in my fourth year. So for you guys, you're much more fortunate. We are not sure when you will be on campus, but I think that date is coming very soon. So very soon, you guys will be able to experience everything that I'm about to share with you in the next 30 minutes or so. So hold on tight and let's continue. So let me just let you know, guys, what are the things that we're gonna talk about today. So first of all, a very basic introduction about me, and then we'll move on to my SMIT experience. I'll let you know about what I experienced, what are the things that are there in SMIT, and the placement experience, which I think is very valuable for you guys. I know you just had a very tedious year. You guys are just joining college. You have many dreams, many aspirations. You might be coming in from after watching many movies like Three Idiots. So you might have some ideas. But for me, as I'm passing out, I believe as a senior, it's my duty to share some of the serious talks with you as well. And then the most important part, something that I have prepared for you guys, is to for you to understand that what your life is at SMIT would look like. So I'll share some galleries, I'll share you some pics, the things that you might have just missed out. So that's how we have been living as your seniors, and that's how you're going to continue. So let me just continue with the introduction. So that's me, as you can see. You know my name, Ritwik Ranjan Pandey. I'm from CSE department, and currently I'm in my fourth year. So as ma'am correctly said, my introduction right now would be that I had cleared the full-time offer at Microsoft, and earlier this summer, I was also doing an internship at Microsoft itself. So I was able to convert it into an offer. But here's the thing: when I first came to SMIT, this was not my introduction. So on the right side of the screen, what you see is more of what you would notice. So see, this is my introduction when I was in my first year. I had 73% in board exams. My JEE main score was 33. And now you might think that I'm not sharing much, but this is pretty much everything I was back then. I was a simple run of the mill guy. I had nothing special, no special qualities, and I'm definitely not a genius. So let me just make it clear to you guys. Everything that I have done has been because of the abilities and because of the talents or whatever I could, acquire during my college period. So I came in very raw, but in whatever I'm going to take from now, I want to share it with you the tips and whatever experiences that I had. So that is pretty much my introduction. So what has been my SMIT experience? What are you guys, you are probably going to experience in the next coming years? So I'll just begin with the things that had helped me come from where I was to get to where I am right now. So the first and the most important thing, and the one thing that I really enjoy about SMIT, is the infrastructure. Now you guys might have definitely seen those pictures. You might have seen those videos, those amazing places that you have. But let me share with you, not only do we have the state-of-the-art libraries or sporting facilities and even your classrooms, labs, which are fully equipped, you guys also have the most basic amenities which every good college has, and I'm proud to say that SMIT provides it too. So you have 24/7 electricity, water supply, and you have on-campus medical facilities as well. So the infrastructure is there for you guys. So it is there to support you guys. How can you tap that infrastructure is up to you. Now, the next most important thing when I talk about the teachers. Now, the best part about SMIT is the teaching experience. So the teachers of SMIT are really, really friendly. I know you guys are coming from schools, right? It's school life is a totally different life. When you come to college, earlier maybe in school you had a very formal relation with your teachers, just class to class basis. But when you come to college, it deepens, it goes beyond that classroom experience. And the best thing is when the teacher is equally friendly to you. SMIT has some of the most friendliest faculties. Not only do they have a vast experience, but they're also very humble. So you guys can really, if you have anything, you have any doubts, you need any sort of help, our teachers are always there for you. They have been there for me, and trust me, I've had some slip-ups during my 3 years experience. My teachers were always there to encourage me. It wasn't on butter smooth, but whenever I slip, be it in academics or when I failed to clear any internship, my teachers were there to guide me. For you guys, it's gonna be an extremely pleasurable experience when you come on site. Yes, right now we are limited to online interactions, as you can see right now. It's a bit difficult, but hold on tight. The day is very near when you guys will be able to come onto our campus and you'll be able to experience. So then you'll be able to relate to what I'm sharing with you. If we move on to the student life, I think the most important thing, or the one thing which I would like to expand on the most, would be your student life. So what are you guys looking at? Earlier at school, maybe you had friends, right? You make friends. But when you come to college, you're gonna make more than friends. It's gonna be a family. You will see later in the slide. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So just hold on tight. So for you, be it your college or be it your, even a hostel experience, and I can say about the hostel, I think the hostels are really well equipped. And for you guys, there's one thing that I will say as a senior, and I would like to share it with you. See, most colleges, they usually claim that there's no cases of ragging, but very few can actually defend that. If you have guys who are studying in medico or any medical college, you might be able to hear something, right? But the thing is, in SMIT, that culture doesn't exist. See, our seniors didn't do it to us, and my juniors, who will be your seniors, also do not have those habits. So when you come to the campus for one entire year, you guys will have a totally separate hostel for you guys. So the first years will be in a separate hostel for 1 year. And when you move on to the other hostel with your seniors in your second years, what you will notice is that those guys do not need to poke you, or they do not need to bother you to gain their entertainment. They have some of the most enriching ideas, and they're mostly busy with that. You'll see that people in hostel are some of the most creative people. Like when you come to your hostel life, you will be constantly meeting new people, which you might have never been able to do in your school life. So college life is somewhere where you have the freedoms and responsibilities of an adult, but at the same time, you do not have to endure the difficulties or the challenges of a complete adult. So this is a very special time for you guys, right? It will never come again. And I would like to tell you, enjoy it to your fullest and try to make the most out of it, because this is a very unique experience. So the student life, all in all, you'll be meeting extremely uniquely talented people that you have never met before. In my batch, there were hackers, there were gaming folks who have they're extremely good at it. They have people who have done all sorts of startups endeavors, and for startups also, we have our own Atal Incubation Center. So if you guys want to check out what Atal Incubation Center is, you can just Google it. It's great. Some of you might have those ideas. I know not everyone comes to college with the idea that they would go out with a placement in their hand, but for those special unique people who have, the brilliant, most brilliant ideas, who want to come forth, want to present that, you guys can tap into our Atal Incubation Center, and you can even pitch your ideas. You'll get proper opportunities. You'll also get your office space, and you'll be able to meet with those people who can share and mix up with your ideas, and maybe you'll get to, you guys would be the next big company. Who knows about that? So those are the things that I would like to share with you. Student life, teachers, infrastructures, it's all there. It's all waiting for you guys to come on board, to experience it, to enjoy it. And I believe that the good experience that I had, you guys will be able to have the same. Okay, that was my SMIT experience. For you guys, I'm just speaking it right now. I know it's a bit difficult to relate, but if you guys can, if you remember what I'm saying right now, when you come here, you'll be able to relate it. You'll be building families out here. Okay, so that was the SMIT experience. Now to the more formal side of things, right? We're talking about my placement experience. So this is the part that I would like to share with you guys, because I know you guys are just in first year right now. It's not gonna cloud your brain. It's not gonna occupy it. It's just cleared your, you're just coming from your school life, and now you'll be looking at having some really fun, amazing experiences. But I would like to go with very briefly what was my experience and how you guys can prepare early on. Nobody is asking you to, just get down to it and prepare the level where you did for maybe JE or any other exam. You don't have to do that. Maybe a day, an hour or two, a little bit of training, a little bit of refining yourself, because college is a really good place where you can just come in raw, but with your experiences, with the people that you meet, with the opportunities and the challenges. Yes, there will be challenges, but those challenges can be converted into opportunities, and that would be up to you guys. So how do you do that? What was my experience? What I did to get my placement? I'll share it with you guys. So earlier this year, I had to sit for an interview with Microsoft, and I was coming with a failed placement opportunity with Dell. Like, they were throwing an internship opportunity. I didn't clear it. I was feeling very down. My teachers were there to encourage me. When I got the Microsoft what opportunities that I got, see, one of those most important things that I noticed what the company is looking for, and maybe you guys already have it. If you do not have it, do not worry. You will get plenty of opportunities. See, the first thing that companies are looking for is your logical and reasoning abilities. Okay, those are something which you can develop, or if you already have, that's a great thing. But in case you're worried that maybe that's not something you're up to the mark, because they'll take online tests for it, be sure about it. We have our training and placement cell. Okay, so the training and placement cell will kick into overdrive the moment the placement opportunities start coming. You get internship opportunities. The training and placement cell, which we also call the TNP cell, will start organizing crash courses when it comes to logical and reasoning abilities. So you have your own academics, which you might gain over the years. You should know the basics, very important. No company, every company needs that basic amount of knowledge that is required, but you also need to have some abilities, logical and reasoning abilities. But the TNP will give you the opportunities for that. So do not worry about that. The next most important thing, whether you are a team worker or not. See, even in my interview, see, most of the time they were seeking for those stories, those situations where I was made to work with people, where I had to work with people, and we faced some challenges, be it communicational or situational or technical, because companies are looking for people who are not only able to work with other guys, but they are also able to handle the stress, whether they can take their own teammates into confidence or not. So for that, you need to be very much able when it comes to team working abilities, right? How do you do that? So in our colleges, we hold a ton of, we have tons of events. I mean, you cannot even imagine. Schools never come up to that level. Throughout the year, annually, we have cultural fest, we have technical fest, we have every sort of mega events, be technical, cultural. Okay, I'll show you some pictures as well. I think the best part after this comes when I'll show you those. Okay, so you might have not found it on the internet anywhere, but I have brought it to you, and as a senior, I believe it's my duty to share it with you guys. So when it comes to projects, you will have good amount of projects. Do not worry. In our 2 to 3 years, you'll be working in many teams, and I know you guys would make friends and you would like to team up with them. My advice would be team up with other guys who are not in your friend circle. Learn to adapt with people because that is very important. School life doesn't cover this. School life is all academic. It's all about the numbers that you score, the things that you can memorize. College life is nothing about that. College life is about you. It's about who you want to become and how you're becoming that person. So when it comes to evolving yourself, college is the best opportunity. Make sure that you take up the right opportunities. You face challenges. Do not worry about those challenges. They will come to you once you come to college. You will have lots of opportunities. Do not worry about those. You'll get your team projects, work in teams, build something awesome, something interesting, right? Something that where you can show to people that you made your time worth it. Okay. So we have those annual events as well. There are a lot of guys who are working for not only just marketing, they even work for marketing guys. Just imagine what a great opportunity. So be it marketing, be it technical folks, they work in teams, they spend days and days setting things up, and then they provide some of the most exclusive and the most amazing experiences for all of the student body. That is where you can tap in. You can get to learn those team working abilities. If you don't have it, if you didn't get the chance in your school life, or maybe this 1 year has been very difficult for you guys. I know even for me that interaction was minimal, but for you guys, the good thing is your college life would be ending or continuing in a much different way in which ours did. Okay, so don't worry. Then the one thing that I already mentioned, the ability to convert obstacles into opportunities. Trust me, trust me, in life, there'll be many such situations where you might just want to break down or crash because you don't understand how to go about things, how to do things. This happened with me very recently, even in my internship. So, I did B.Tech, right? So I was coming from a pure technical background. When I went on to Microsoft, my role was not purely technical. It was a bit into business side of things, and I had no clue. I had no clue how to do things. So I was asked to prepare a business strategy for them, and it was a good opportunity. It was a challenge. I was offered something much different, something more technical. But when I say that convert obstacles into opportunities, I also practice it. I don't just preach it. So I took up that difficult project, and for me, when things got heavy, what I do is I try to break things down. So this is a life advice, not just for your college, not just for exams or placement or anything. It's a life advice. Trust me, I've tried it, I've tested it. If you ever face something difficult, if you ever have to do a continuously difficult thing over a long duration of time, always break it down into manageable stuff and just focus on those and hourly stuff. Okay, do not think about the entire step, because if you think about climbing the entirety of Mount Everest in just one tap, it's not going to happen, and you'll just go crazy if you do that, right? So what we do, we take one step at a time, right? Life is just like that, one step at a time. Break things down into manageable stuff. Prepare a routine for yourself. If you have to do something continuously, if you have a deadline, break that work down. Prepare smaller deadlines for a day or two, which you will when you will be doing lots of projects. So you'll need that ability. Break things down into manageable chunks, and then you can operate on that. And then opportunities will come up on their own. So you won't have to just let yourself down with the obstacles that are there. Every obstacle has an opportunity. There's something to learn in everything. Trust me, I am not just saying it. I've experienced it, and you guys will experience it too. I'm entrusting this to you guys that when you reach where I am and my final year, you will pass it down to your juniors as well. So that was the placement experience. These are the things that the companies are looking for. You can have a look again. Companies are looking for logical reasoning abilities, team workers, and the ability to convert obstacles into opportunities. Most important, SMIT will be there with you. The entire system will be there with you. Teachers will be there with you. Officers will be there with you. TNP cell will be there with you. And trust me, you might, whatever difficulty you face, even if it's not academic, even if it's more than that, you do not have to worry. Even when it comes to hostels, we have floor wardens, we have wardens who constantly visit the hostels. And trust me, there has never been There has never been a case of ragging. It's just not there. Guys are just too amazing to do something so foolish and so stupid. Those guys are just you just come here, you will see it in your own. You'll go from one room to another. There will be someone making music. The other guy would be making posters. Someone would be editing videos. You would have vloggers. You would have every sort of amazing person. And trust me, SMIT is one of those few colleges which can collect such a unique bunch of students. So you will be having a very enriching experience. Make sure that you take the most advantage of it. Okay. That was the placement experience. That was me talking about my experience and what you should do. I know it's a bit not so, interesting, but I know there's something very interesting prepared for you guys, and it's on the next slide. So from here on, let me talk about your life at SMIT. So right now, you guys may not have an idea of what it would look like the next 2 or 3 years, or maybe you have just seen pictures of buildings and you might be thinking, what would it feel like when I'll be there? What would it feel like to be with my newfound friends and to showcase my talents? Because I believe that you guys have tons of talents, right? Some of you would be like musicians, some of you artists. All of you folks will get the ample amount of opportunity to present your talents, your abilities. Now have a look at how we did, how we had lived our lives. Imagine yourself being there and how our seniors lived it. Okay, so this is what your life at SMIT would look like. So as you can see, even the classroom experience, it's not always very stiff or very rigid. So you guys can see that there's a lot of interaction between teachers and students. You will have interactive sessions. You won't just be looking at books, but you'll also be doing some hands-on learning. So for you to build those abilities that I had earlier mentioned, team working abilities, ability to communicate with people, this is where you'll be able to do it. Next slide is where I want to tell you that the college would bring you many workshops. You'll have many events. You will have people coming from all sorts of industries with all sorts of experience and knowledge, and you will get the opportunities to interact with them. So not just the classroom experiences, but these events, these workshops will be held for you guys, and you will be able to expand your understanding, your knowledge based on these workshops. Now, this is the most interesting part. Trust me, I'm from CSE department, and hackathons in SMIT are the best. You can see the crowd. This is just one of those hackathons. And just look at the size of those teams and the people there on the right side, or the concentration that they have. This is what it looks like. This is what your life would look like when you come to SMIT. These are the challenges, and then you would get the reward from it. So take advantage. These are open to all guys from all departments. Trust me. Even we have clubs. We have technical clubs. We have cultural clubs. We have clubs for photography, gaming, even for anime and movie. It's all there, right? So you guys can join any of those clubs. There are no bars on which department you're coming from. It could be from mechanical and it could be learning coding. There is literally no restrictions to your potential. Okay. So this was the hackathon. And these are some of those creative folks on the mechanical department. Just have a look. These guys have made their own mini cars and stuff. How interesting is that? Imagine yourself being there, being able to innovate and create these things, right? You guys might have not seen this anywhere. So I'm bringing some exclusive photos for you guys. This is what it looks like. They're showcasing their cars. They're even driving it. And there was even a video where someone was trying to drift the car. It was quite interesting. Then you can see some more innovative stuff. So I think on the left side, that's an electrical skateboard that someone has made. Kudos to this guy. He's riding it. I cannot do it. It's not. I don't have the talent for that. But someone is doing it. Good for him. Then you can see robotic arm. You'll see a lot of this stuff. Trust me. There's a lot of IoT stuff happening here. And this guy at the bottom, he's just enjoying himself. There are many copters on his table. Maybe you can see next to his laptop. Quite interesting stuff, right? And then he's working on something else entirely. So these are the kind of people, and there are such people in your group right now as well. So make sure you interact with them, connect with them. They might give you some extraordinary ideas, or you might be able to pitch your ideas, and you will be able to come up with something very interesting. Then some more of it. So you are seeing some of the drones and some of the planes that these guys have created. And we also have people coming from other countries, exchange students. They come to SMIT to experience our own unique experience, and they love it. Trust me, they love it. It's totally unique. The setting of the campus is totally unique. You guys must have seen those photos already, so I don't need to go over it. But yes, you can even see some of those innovative stuff, obstacle avoidance robots. Some of you guys might already be building those stuff, right? Trust me, when you come here, it's a responsibility that you share those ideas with your buddies. Because for me, I didn't know it. I had a friend who did, and I think working on something like this is really interesting. And the one thing that I was talking about, right? The teamwork or the ability to, evolve as an individual. You can gain new talents, present your ideas. So what you're seeing right now, all of these people, these are different events. These are related to different clubs. But the one thing that is common in all of these is that these guys are presenting their ideas, their innovative, solutions, their innovative experiences, and you will get such opportunities too. So you'll be able to come up with new ideas, share it with folks. These guys are doing the same thing. We have plenty of events. Like these photos are not even all of it, guys. I mean, I could completely hold an event for like 2 hours and I would still not be done showing you the photos. So just enjoy, just see this is what your life would look like. You'll get these opportunities and the sporting complex, right? You can see the guy on the top right? He's playing snooker. I tried that too, but I ended up hitting the ball outside the table and it hit someone. So ever since then, I've not touched it again. But if you guys know how to play snooker, you'll love it. You'll totally love it. You have TT as well. I know people always come, amazing people are always there with TT abilities. I don't have that either. Swimming pool for those swimmers of you. It's fun, it's open. You guys can just go chill. It's pretty huge and you will love it. You'll totally love the experience in it. And the other sporting, so these guys, these are also not there on the internet. You will not find it. I asked some of my photographer friends to share these pics with me. So right now, if you were on campus, you would be having these events. You would be divided into sections. I think you already might be, I'm not sure. But once you have been divided into sections, you guys would be having intersectional, competitions, sport competitions with cricket, football, basketball, even badminton. So when you come on campus, I'm sure these things would be held for you as well. I'm very sure, and that time is coming soon. So do not worry. It's almost on the horizon. The numbers are going down. People are getting vaccinated. Soon you'll be able to experience it. Nobody can give you the exact date right now, but I'm very sure it's coming sooner for you guys. So you can see, you can enjoy yourself. This is something that most people do. Once the classes are over at around 5 or something, what you will notice is that the grounds and the sporting complexes are full of people. It's almost like a carnival. It's almost like a festival. There are people playing volleyball. There are people playing football, cricket, or be it even badminton, basketball. You can join in with any of those guys. Our people, people in SMIT are the friendliest, and even your seniors would be very friendly about it. You can just join in, have casual conversations. Nobody will bother you. Trust me, I give you that guarantee. We do not have that culture. It's very friendly. People are amazing. They don't need to, I've said it again and again. But people are really amazing. They don't need you to entertain them, but they will share your ideas. They will be able to communicate with you guys. You can always reach out to your seniors. Trust me, even right now, you guys may have some contacts, may not have some contacts. Look up on social medias. There are plenty of seniors, and nobody will ever turn you down. So they'll be there, whatever help, whatever advice, whatever ideas you need feedbacks on, they'll be always there. Even after passing out, even right now, I'm in contact with my seniors who have already passed out, but we have a regular touch. So we convert into a family. It's not just very formal, but it's also like almost like a family. The bond is very true, and it will last you guys even outside the college. Some more photos, sporting pics, basketball junkies in you guys. I know there will be some of you guys amazing talent. I know every year we have such amazing people coming in. You can just go and showcase your talent. I think this is this is soccer. I don't know the name. It's played in I guess Indo football. I never tried it. I'm sorry, I cannot tell much about it, but it's fun. From what I've heard, it's very much fun. You'll get those opportunities, competitions will come, events will be held, you'll be able to showcase it. All right, now there might be some gamers among you, right? Even I love gaming. Like I play a lot of games as well, competitive gaming as well. Though I suck at it, but you guys, I know there will be some very talented gamers, and our college has some really amazing ones. pretty much they are pro level at CS:GO and beat Valorant. For you gamers in there, we have our own gaming club, and it helps some of the most competitive gaming with other colleges and even amongst themselves regularly. So be sure to join that club when the time comes. You'll love it. You'll love it. You will absolutely love it, guys. Yes, now let me show you one more amazing stuff that happens at SMIT every year. We hold a TEDx SMIT event almost every year, and this is one of the biggest events that are held in SMIT. So speakers come. You might know a bit about TEDx. I'm sure you do. I'm sure you do. So even if you don't, you can look up TEDx, and it goes to show that how how big a college and how good a college SMIT is, because TEDx is not something that comes at every and any other college, right? It's very rare that TEDx reaches out to a college or is able to, we are able to hold something at such a large scale in our auditoriums. So we get some of the most amazing speakers for our student bodies who can share their experiences, who can share their knowledge, and they can really help inspire you guys. You will be there, and trust me, even what you're seeing right now is the finished product, but we have a lot of managing committees, we have a lot of student bodies that help organize these, and you can join them. You can volunteer in them. You will get tons of experience. I think when your time will come to place yourself or to present yourself to an industry audience, as a viable employee, or maybe even as you might go with a startup. You might want to present yourself as a CEO, or that you have the managerial abilities. These are the events that should be there in your CV, because when you go there, when you face the challenges, when you solve them, you will get wonderful stories, wonderful things to narrate to people as to how you were able to handle some of those difficulties, how you were able to arrange and organize something at such a scale so successfully. It's been done by your seniors, my seniors, and done by your juniors as well. Sorry, my juniors, not your juniors, they're yet to come. So you guys can totally take part in it. You will love it. The experience is absolutely unique, and these events are held throughout the year. So there's no bars on it. Let's see when you guys come here. Okay, the next one, yes. Now the cultural and the artistic side of SMIT. Till now, I've only shown you the technical, more formal stuff. Trust me, we held some of the most amazing cultural events, departmental events, and we have the Mega Fest. We call it Calder. It goes on for 3 days, and you will have some of the most insane events in it. Uh, not just for dancing, singing, but even for sports, even for artistic abilities, or if you have any other unique stuff, if acting is your passion, you can go for it. You can even compete for Mr. and Miss Calder. It's being held every year, and the most amazing people take part in it. You can do that. Your chance will definitely come. Again, we have people who manage it, people who organize it. It will be a great experience for you guys. Be sure to join it. I'll be sharing some more pics now. These are mostly from Kalrov itself, another cultural fest. So you can see the crowd. This is on the left bottom. This is how we usually look, right? Now, I know Corona and the COVID, the entire situation has kind of isolated us. But when you come back and before the COVID hit, this is what it used to look like. Most amazing people, you can see that Rama just enjoying himself. There might be some amongst you. Be sure you will get ample opportunities to showcase your talent. Of course, some other stuff that you can see, people just singing, drummers and musicians. People just enjoy themselves. 3 days of Cardiff are like the best days of the year. You'll love it. And of course, at the final day of Cardiff, we invite some of the most amazing, talented people, the most amazing musicians, the most amazing, DJs and bands to have fun with you guys. So this is what it looks like. It almost looks like a concert, right? Well, it is a concert. This is what it looks like. And earlier, when before the COVID hit, this is what Cardiff was. We had Shirley Shettia and we had this DJ, and you can see the crowd. They are having fun. I was there as well. We had a lot of fun. You guys will have it too. Trust me, academics is not the only thing that you will enjoy. You'll also enjoy the other cultural events. And so, if even in weekends, if you ever feel like you're getting boggled down by academics or any other stuff, trust me, people pay thousands of dollars from all across the globe to come to Sikkim to enjoy the natural beauty and the tourism that it provides. You guys would be sitting at the heart of it. So for you, it will be an hour or two drive to such unique, locations. Just look up those photos on Google. You will love it, guys. There are plenty of blogs. If you're bloggers, it's a paradise for you. You'll get content throughout the year and you will love it. You will love it. We do that every weekend. People go out, people enjoy themselves. You can do it too. Look up photos, look up videos of Sikkim. It's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. There's no other college in the entire nation which can provide you such a unique experience. Not just academic, but also tourism. Even for you can go explore the state, and it's amazing. So this is very unique experience. My experience was very unique, and trust me, even my schoolmates who went to other colleges, they get quite jealous when I share my experience with them. So be sure to come and experience all of this. It's all waiting for you guys. Very soon you'll have your own unique stories to tell. Okay, and this is where I would like to conclude. Let's continue on with the Q&A session, ma'am, if you could. Let's see what questions you guys have and what I can answer.
Thank you, Ritwik. That was really nice. You not only briefed us about the placement opportunities and your life, but you also gave a very brief introduction to the college through a student, and you gave us the introduction about a college, and that was amazing presentation that you had made. And thank you so much. So we have a few questions for you, Ritwik, so that you can answer. The first one says, let me just go one by one. So the first one is a very casual question. Is there any kind of freshers party at SMIT?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the scale at which we held fresher party are just amazing. You will have to come here. I couldn't get pictures for you guys. I'm so sorry. I tried to look for it, but the scale that we had seen earlier, right? The events that were held, it would be on that scale, and you will love it. It will be huge. It will be held in a huge auditorium, and you will love it, guys. You will get those amazing events. People will dancing, singing. You guys will you will be able to showcase your talent. Trust me, it will be held for you when you come here, and you will love it. You will love it.
Thank you, Ritwik. And the next question is, can you please tell us about the clubs that we have at SMIT? Does SMIT has any clubs?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There are many clubs here. I mean, I just mentioned casually, but if you want to look at it in a more formal way, I think the best place would be to go onto Facebook. In Facebook, you might notice that on the official page itself, we have some clubs or people, you'll notice people following those clubs. Maybe later they will reach out to you. Do not worry. Our club members will reach out to you very soon in a few coming days, and you will be able to join them. So we have clubs for photographers. We have, as I said, gamers, be it, even if you're dancing and singing and stuff, it will be there for you guys. We have technical stuff. We have tons of technical clubs. You will love it. And they regularly held hackathons and all sorts of events. So for you guys to experience that, not only do you have to wait to come to campus, but soon, very soon, they will reach out to you. Do not worry.
Okay, another question for you, Ritwik. Good morning, Ritwik Bhaiya. I've often seen my seniors posting about getting a good job at Microsoft on LinkedIn. So what are the factors that decides the package? What criteria or talents enables one to get better package at Microsoft?
Okay, see the package, right? I'll tell you something. Package isn't something that is decided by any of this stuff. Companies would look at what role you can satisfy. They have all sorts of openings, right? You will get many opportunities, not only just on campus. You can obviously go outside campus as well. But the one thing that I noticed, the one thing that is very much needed, team working ability. Trust me, you need to have projects, you need to have that experience. They will ask you questions, they will ask you, they asked me as well, where were the situations where you failed. You cannot succeed at everything. You should have enough experience to have those stories of failures as well, because they will ask you. You need to be honest with them. They are looking for honest employees who have best abilities. Of course, you need basic understanding of your field. If you're from CSE, you should know everything. If you're from any other field, even IT, or if you're looking for other companies as well from other departments, have the basic knowledge of your academic area. Beyond that, if you want to tap into the best roles or the best opportunities, prepare a proper CV. Have as much experience as you have. trust me, companies are not looking for the best in you. Okay, they're not looking for something extraordinary. They expect us to be we're just coming out of college. They expect us not to have those industrial experiences. Yes, do as many internship, take part in as many things. You might not need to be the winner in those competitions, but when you show that you are able to take up challenges, right? You're able to do things outside your comfort zone. The company needs those people. I did that. I showcased that. I was able to handle those situations, and that is where they decided to pick me up. So be sure you experience as much as possible. Do the difficult things. Do not run away. Your technical knowledge, your background will definitely decide what package you will get or what role they'll assign to you. But all in all, it's very flexible. Even if you come in from one role in a company like Microsoft, they let me know that even if you come from a technical background, you can pretty much go anywhere, man. You can entirely it's like the entire company is open for you. Join in as a role, take up the opportunities. You can definitely join in someplace higher later. But when it comes to college life, make sure you do the difficult things and you prepare proper notes with it. Because sometimes we just forget, right? In interview, somebody just asks us and we'll be blank. Make sure that even if you face something difficult, something that let you down, keep a diary, keep notes, make sure what you learned is being written there and what were the difficulties you face. Even if you fail, be honest about it. That is the only thing the company needs. So I hope that answers your question.
Thank you so much, Ritwik. Another question for you: how to improve our communication skills?
Oh, okay. That's a very really interesting question because even when I was in my first year, I saw my seniors were performing some of these presentations. And I was like, how are these people able to do it? I went up to them and I was able to ask them. The one thing that they said, explore whatever abilities, whatever qualities I'm telling you, right? Explore, man. You will fail. Nobody's asking you to go up there and speak up like Shashi Tharoor. It won't happen. Okay, none of us have that ability. There will be debates. There will be enough events where you'll be able to express your ideas. Go up there, do some emceeing, whatever opportunities that you can get. Communication is something which will only happen when you fail. You will only improve when you fail. If you feel that you're lacking somewhere, do not sit in your comfort zone. Go there. Challenge your comfort zone. Challenge whatever you're missing and practice. Even if you're not able to practice with people, practice it on your own. Talk to yourself, record yourself, and only then you'll be able to improve.
Thank you. Another question for you, Ritwik. Can you tell the topics we should give more attention to for the future? In fact, for the placement purpose.
Okay, so I can give you from a very CSE perspective, but if I take in a very broad manner, I would say take up your basics. You will get to know what are the basics that you should learn. Every department has those, every academic stream has those. Ask your teachers, they will let you know because teachers have been there for longer than I have been, right? They have seen many such students who have been placed into some of the best companies. Ask them what are the basics. I think they'll be able to provide you with the best answer from CSE perspective. Just improve your coding skills, have some basic understanding of algorithms, database, or when it comes to data structure, you'll get to know. These are all there in your courses. Do not worry. Everything will be there introduced to you before you take up those opportunities, before those internship opportunities come to you. Join hackathons. Take one particular interest that you have. Could be web development, could be anything. Companies are not looking to just take you for that, but they only want to see whether you have the ability to do something, right? Whether you can take up something new, you can challenge yourself, and you can build something innovative or something new about it. So do that, take up one interest and just stick with it. It might get difficult in the beginning, but eventually you will see that you are developing some very unique skills. Even amongst my peers, there are many who did web development, many who have done AI and ML, people who have been involved with security. And the one thing that has been great about them is that they have been consistent about it. So be consistent. You do not have to worry whether it has some employability or not, because companies will definitely teach you new stuff. They will definitely introduce their ways of building stuff. So stick with it. They only want to see whether you can stick with something, you can learn new things, and how quickly can you adapt into it. So do not worry. You'll get to know what are the basics. They will be introduced to you. Just chill and enjoy. That's my advice. Just enjoy the whole process. Never take the stress for it. Stress will never help anybody. Okay? Enjoy it. It will be introduced to you slowly. And if you need any help, reach out to your seniors. They're always there for you. Okay?
Okay, Ritwik, I have next question. So I'm going to club two questions together. Okay,
Okay.
and I'm going to reframe a little bit. So there's one question who would like to know, like, how can you be a good programmer? All right, what is the time that needs to be spent in practicing programming, and how to how many programs you should solve, or what are the ways he should adopt to become a good programmer? And another question, clubbing with the same, I'm clubbing here, is how much CGPA is required to be eligible for companies like Microsoft, Accenture, or Amazon?
Okay, so for the first part of the question, how you should improve your coding skills, I think one of those many advices will be there on the internet, right? They will ask you to take up coding challenges. Yes, they are very important. Take up coding challenges, build solutions, build your own mini projects. Do not worry about how quickly you are progressing or not. Nobody progresses very fast. Okay, I have seen people who have really struggled. Okay, they've really struggled with competitive coding or when it comes to coding challenges, but eventually they will improve. So in the beginning, coding might seem like a very difficult stuff. When I started, even when I joined SMIT, I was not good at coding. Trust me, I was horrible at it. There were many things I couldn't do. You will learn about linked lists, or maybe you already have in 11th and 12th. I couldn't code linked lists. So that's how stupid I was. But eventually, with the opportunities that I get, with the challenges that I take up, if you cannot code something in class or in lab or anywhere, take it home with you. Do not give up on it. Never give up on a piece of code. Even if you like get a solution from someone, always analyze it. Always break it down. Read code. That is the most important thing. Coding is important, but it is also important to read it. Every artist has that ability. Not only can they paint, but they can understand the other person's art. Coding is just art, man. You just have to express yourself. Okay, best practices are there on the internet. You can look it up. Whatever suits you, you can do. Stick with coding on a daily basis, even if you cannot code for like many hours at a time. Half an hour, one question, maybe not, you cannot complete it in one day, maybe 1 or 2 days. Take your time. Okay, do not give up on it. And always talk with the other person. What are they doing? What are their questions? What are their difficulties? And the most important stuff, which I think most people ignore about coding, errors. Very important. Your errors will teach you more about your system than anything else. When you see an error, do not give up. Learn to identify what that error is saying, because errors will keep coming. Same kind of errors will keep repeating themselves. Understand those errors, understand the pattern. Only then can you improve as a coder. So as a coder, not only you need to be fluent with your coding languages, but you also need to be able to solve issues, because nobody is perfect. Even in industry, nobody is a perfect coder. People make all sorts of mistakes. You just need to be able to handle those pressures. That error ka jo pressure hai na, absorb it. Do not let it go. You will improve. You will slowly and but you will very steadily you will improve. So that is my first answer to the first part of the question. The second question was about the CGPA, right? See, most companies like Microsoft, when it came, it had a bar of 9. So you can keep up 9 CGPA. Other companies like Dell, they usually do not have a bar. They're very open about it. The top companies will generally keep it up to 9, and trust me, it's very easy to keep up 9 CGPA. Be consistent with your academics. Do not let it pile up. Regularly you should study, but you don't have to study a lot. School mein jaise pada ya, like how you study for JEE means, you don't have to do at that intensity. Understand things. Okay, it's all about understanding. You don't have to mug up stuff, be it coding or be it any other stuff. Just understand things, study on a regular basis, and enjoy your life along with it, so that it doesn't become a burden on you. That is the one way to maintain your CGPA. Be consistent. That's it. You just have to be consistent for your 2 or 3 semesters. You can easily maintain a 9 CGPA. It's not difficult for you guys. Yes, ma'am. We can.
Thank you,
Next question.
Ritwik. A really wonderful session going on. So, but we have lots of questions,
Okay,
interesting
ma'am.
questions lined up for
Okay.
you. So, one question I would again like to club. The students would like to know about your first year experience, and they would also like to know if you were in any club, like which club had you joined if you were in any.
Okay. Okay, that's an interesting question. First, your experience, right? So I showed you guys that I was just an average student, right? Nothing brilliant about me. The one thing that I did when I first joined, I was very big about, creating games. I had that startup ideas and stuff like that. So the one thing which I did, which helped me benefit, if not directly, indirectly, was that I used to communicate with people. So in those currently what we're having, we used to have those sessions as well. Classes didn't used to start for the first 2 weeks. So we had that introductory 1 or 2 weeks in between where people come up on stage, and even in classes, you get to introduce yourself. So that is the most important part. I think that is what I did. I introduced myself. I said, look, these are my passions. Any one of you who shares it, some people raised their hands, some people didn't understand. So the people who raised their hands, I even after classes, I reached out with them. You need to connect with people. That is the most important thing. Only over that can you build up your personality. See, school mein you were building up your base, but now you're building up your personality. School mein you were just a student who used to gain this many marks, but now you're more than that. Your name is your identity. Your skills are identity. Build up on that. My first year experience was all about it. It was great. Academically, it was awesome because I did really well. Trust me, I was coming in with a horrible score, and it's only about hard work. It's only about hard work and believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Never sit in a room and think that, okay, this person is better than me or that person. Nobody is better than anyone, man. They're all same. We're all the same. We have our flaws. We have our strengths. Learn to utilize your strengths, and in the first year, you should focus on that. Okay, academically or any other experience wise, it was great. Trust me, it was great. We enjoyed a lot. I made many friends from across different streams as well. It was great. I think your next question was about the clubs, right? Yeah, I was in clubs as well, but I'm just a skillless man. You trust me, I don't have any musical talents, artistic talents. So the things that I joined in was I joined into the gaming club, and we had an anime club. I think we still have it. We joined that. It was very casual. We only used to. It was more about meeting with people, sharing your interests. So we have those clubs. It's still there, the gaming club and the anime club. And they will reach out to you. Those were what I joined, and I really enjoyed those sessions. And they are usually held after classes. So like 5 o'clock or something, it's classes get over. Even earlier, maybe it would get over. 6 to 7 is when people come together. We have a great session in those one of those classrooms. We share our ideas, we share our stuff. So that is what the club life looks like. Clubs also organize events like every year. So yeah, it will be great. You'll get lots of opportunities.
Thank you, Ritwik. Actually, there are a lot of similar questions that are coming up. So I would just like
Oh,
to
that's
club few questions. So there is one student that they would like to know about the projects that you have taken up during this years. And also, is there any way they can contact you, like your Instagram or.
okay.
So they would like, is there any way they can follow you in Instagram or any way to contact you and your projects that you have taken up?
Okay. So my projects, right? So I will tell you what my interests were. I was talking about, let's say CSE, where we are taking CSE as an example. So we have many sorts of interesting stuff to take up, right? Web development, AI, ML. For me, it was about game development. So I was a gamer, but I also had great interest in building up games. So over the years, those are the sort of projects that I had taken up. I had done courses on Coursera. Those were my industrial training experiences. They were all related to building interesting interactive stuff. One of the most recent projects, which was our mini project. So in that, what I did was we were building up an virtual reality VR. I think you guys very much know about it. VR and AR system, right? So we took up a AR project. It was very simple, but it was very interesting. It was new. Nobody had like a very great understanding of it. But what we did was we took up like in VR, you usually have an image. So on image, you can project up your 3D models, and then you can make it interactive. So we have something called Tower of Hanoi. You guys will learn about it maybe in your second year. So what we did was we took up an image and we were virtually projecting that Tower of Hanoi onto that image. So you could see it from your phone, and then it would from your screen you could see it being projected onto that image, right? It was interactive. You can just drag around stuff. You can build stuff. You'll get to know when you get in second year. You will get to know what a Tower of Hanoi is. You can Google it up as well. So that was my project. Uh, Nothing special about it. Like I said, companies are not looking for something extraordinary. Just stick with something. Okay. Do not worry about the quality of the project. Build as many things as you can. Enjoy yourself. Learn new things and remember those things. As for contacting me, right? Okay, I have an Instagram handle, but the name is very difficult. Although what I'll do is I'll update my name. Okay, so maybe today evening you guys can just look up my name, Ritwik Ranjan Pandey. Search it on Instagram. You might find it. LinkedIn, I'm there, but it's not very complete. Look it up. I think you'll be able to find me on LinkedIn as well. I do not have Facebook. I'm so sorry. WhatsApp is there as well. Maybe in the later dates as we connect, maybe you can connect me onto that. So that's pretty much it. If there's any other way that I can communicate with you guys again, I'll let you know. Okay, I'll get some help and I'll give you guys the proper communicational channel to me. Do not worry about it.
Thank you, Ritwik. And one last question for you. Please tell us about the internship opportunities that are provided in the college. Is it that the college provides, or is it that the students have to hunt on their own? So I would also like you to brief about your journey of internship with Microsoft.
Okay, so see, when it comes to internship, right, there are many companies that keep coming. So you have companies like Dell and Microsoft that keep coming to you. These, mind you, these are provided entirely by the college. Okay, we have the TNP cell, training and placement cell, and it brings to us some of the best opportunities, internship opportunities. Yeah, definitely. If you want to go beyond it, there's no restriction about it. You can look for any sort of internship anywhere. There are lots of companies that come to intern, and usually they have a full-time offer that can be availed after the internship. If you do well, if you give a proper interview, if they like you, they will definitely give you the opportunities as well. But if you want to explore beyond it, you can just look up, man. There's like many opportunities on the internet. You can just do any of those. Internship is something which is very important, but I wouldn't say it is the most important thing. You can just work on a project. You can just do a course. Thing is, internship is just a way to check whether the person is capable of learning things, whether he or she can do something with what they have learned. You can do projects. You can go for external, internships. Mine was with Microsoft. It came to me from the college. It was 2 months was the duration for it, and I was working as something called a customer success manager. It wasn't completely technical. It was more business oriented as well. It was challenging experience, but at the end of it, it was very fruitful for me. So I think do not worry. The college will bring you all the opportunities. Even right now, my friends are having, they are having lots of placements, events being held, companies constantly coming. I don't have to take part in it because I'm placed, so I could chill a bit. So I'm here with you guys. Do not worry. The college is very much like they take proper care of it. Okay, they ensure that you guys get the best of the best offers. You guys get the best companies coming to you. You don't have to worry about it. Do not worry about it.
Thank you so much, Ritwik. So with this, we come to an end of the session, and that was really wonderful, really wonderful session we had, because this session was truly special, from a student to the student, and speaking straight from the heart. And I'm sure the student would have, student must have loved this, because a student here, because you are not an alumni, you are our present student, and you're speaking straight from your heart, sharing experiences, and I'm sure that will help the first years to learn from your experience and grow. And for the other questions that we have not answered, dear students, we will take up these questions in the further sessions. Yes, we have noted down all the questions, and we will take up this all your questions in the next sessions to come. And thank you so much, Ritwik, for this wonderful session. And with this, we come to an end of today's session. Me, Sunam, with all my technical teams and organizer, Dr. N.K. Bhattacharya sir, Joydeep sir, and Sunil sir, we would like to sign off. And thank you everyone for being with us. And thank you, Ritwik, for a really wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.